I'm trying to be a better person now. You ever try to do that? I give a guy some money out there, a homeless guy in the street, and this is a kind of odd thing. He had a dog with him. You ever see this? He's a homeless guy, but he's got a dog. Isn't that kind of odd there? Guy got no home, you know, but he's got a dog. Yeah. And the dog's really thrilled with this idea, you know. Dog's going, hey, pal, I can do this by myself pretty well here, you know. For the longest walk in the world you got me on here. What the hell? What the hell kind of a thing? What the deuce?
And there was if you want to hear a story,
I love me a Norm story.
One time we were in the office doing update stuff, and there'd been a news item about there was going to be a newspaper for the homeless, you know, and so we were thinking about doing some of that. So we started improvising. It was more of a scene, not something we could do on the segment, but it was like a tough kind of Perry White kind of editor going like, "You, Miller, I want 500 words on going to the bathroom in your pants. You, Immel, give me something. Give me a human interest thing on urine stain back. You know, that kind of thing. Yeah. And like a lot of like photos, maybe some, you know, a little human side, you know, what are, you know, pets, that kind of thing. And so nothing came of it, and I sort of forgot we had the conversation. And then the first meeting we have after the summer, Norm comes in and goes, hey, Downey, remember that, you know, that thing we were talking about there with the, remember that thing with the newspaper for the homeless, you know, that thing, the homeless newspaper? And I go, yeah. He goes, yeah, well, you know, I was out in L.A. and I was asked to do this benefit, you know, for the coalition to feed the homeless, you know. And, you know, and I'm going, no. And he goes, yeah, you know, I did that bit, you know. They hated it. Hated it.
All right, you tell me now. That's the Andy Kaufman part of the joke, or is he actually surprised that they hated it? That's what I can't quite figure with look.
I know.
Oh yes.
And have you ever considered publishing a book that tells all that how-to book?
No, but I have considered some way to pass along what I have accumulated. Where's the fun part for me?
No, there's no fun for you.
There's no fun for me.
No, that's true. But what's the fun for you in giving a homeless guy spraying a handful of quarters and watching him dodge in and out of traffic? No, but I'm saying there's...
that question answers itself.
I'm saying there's fun, and maybe not fun, but you obviously want to give back. You never walked past a homeless person and they're begging you as a fellow human being for something, and you ignore them, and you maybe feel some evil bile come up?
No, sometimes I think if I give this person money, I'm kind of agreeing that you can't get out of this situation.
Well, but what if they can't?
I don't know if they can or they can't.
What are the things you'd like to change?
Change in the world?
Yourself.
Oh, in myself? I'd like to give more money to homeless people. I walk past too many of them.
I give money to them.
I try as much as I can, but every time I walk past them, I go, why didn't I give money to that guy?
Well, what else is going on? You went back? Did you get in the holiday spirit? Are you a kind of guy that gets, you know,
I try to do something nice, you know? You ever try to do something nice?
No.
Oh.
It's not my style, Norm.
But it was Christmas in New York, you know, and I was alone. So anyways, there was a diner that I always go to near my house. It's a really nice diner. And so I went there, and there was this homeless bum there, you know?
Just say a homeless guy. It's not politically correct to say bum. But I can't say homeless bum.
No, I thought they didn't like to be called bums.
Yeah, right. A homeless guy, yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, so, okay.
I'm not going to let you get to this story. I'm just going to keep giving you a hard time about bums. You meet a bum, a hobo, a tramp.
A tramp, yeah. He had a little stick with a thing on it.
He was from the 1930s. Yeah, okay.
And so he says to me, he says, can I get some money off you? And I don't like giving the homeless bums money. I'll tell you why. Because I figure they'll do the crack. Right?
They'll do the crack.
Yeah,
okay.
my mom says never give a homeless bums money because they'll go do the crack. So I said, okay. I don't want to give this guy money. he'll go to the guy. I said, why don't I just bring you in the diner, you know, and I'll get you a meal. I'll buy you a meal. It's Christmas, you know, it'll be nice. So the guy goes, okay. So we go in the diner and we order, you know, the meal. And this guy just keeps ordering food, you know, like he's really hungry.
Yeah.
And so he orders and orders and orders, and I'm like, well, you know, you got to be nice, got to the, you know, thing.
Sure.
And so I order like a soup or something, and then all of a sudden, like, this unbearable stench comes off the guy, huge stench.
Really?
It smelled like
That's okay.
Anyway, so I don't know what the smell was. But
Yeah,
it was like, it was like human waste or something, you know? And it seemed to be coming from the guy's, like, trousers.
Norm,
So the
I
whole-
said that's okay.
Okay.
I was like, the stench
you're
is
right.
enough. We all
You're
can
right.
do the rest in our heads.
Yeah, so this stench fills the diner, right? So I have to go to this diner, right? So everybody's looking at me like, what the hell did you bring a homeless bum in the diner for? With a stench, you know? So I'm like, I'm trying to eat my soup. I can't even eat it. And I'm wishing I'd bought this guy crack. I wish I'd got, you know what I mean? I wish I'd gone found some crack and bought it for the guy. So anyways, and everybody hates me. The guy that, you know, I go there every day. And so then the end of the meal comes. This guy's ordered everything, and I'm looking at my wallet. I only have like 28 bucks. It was like 31 bucks. All I had was a soup. And so now basically we're two homeless bums, you know? Neither of us. So I go, look, buddy, and he's been jabbering about Rockefeller. He was at Rockefeller's funeral. I didn't know what he was talking about. And I go, look, buddy, you got to come up with something here, you know? Kick in something.
You want him to? Yeah, that's only fair.
He ate almost everything. I had a soup. He was having a hamburger. So the guy goes in his pocket, and then I didn't want him to. Who God knows what he has in his pocket, right? But he had some coins, and they were all gross, and they were like, some of them were black. Anyway, that's my Christmas story.
Man, wow! What a yarn spinner. You're a regular Garrison Keeler over here. And some of the coins were black. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. And you close the book and kiss your child good night. That's a nice story.
I took a homeless guy, said, I'm going to take you to this diner that I always go to. So I go there with him, you know, into this diner, sit down to get me a meal. Good God, if the guy, the unbearable stench of urine starts coming off this guy. So nobody wants that in a restaurant. You know?
You don't want that.
So I'm like, all right. Everybody's like trying to eat, you know? So the guy orders his food, and I'm trying to talk to him. He starts telling me about how, this is his idea of a conversation, this guy. Starts telling me about how Governor Rockefeller is poisoning the pigeons, right, in the city. So I tell this guy, I go, what, are you retarded? I said, Governor Rockefeller, I said, the governor of this state is Pataki, Governor Pataki. He says, no, you know, he talked weird. He was like, the pigeons. He says, the pigeons are the cleanest animal you ever seen. I go, I'm not arguing with you, buddy, but I'm telling you, the governor's name is Pataki. That's unbelievable. He's crazy. Turned out he wasn't retarded. He was, you know, woo.
You say there's no way we could go back, and that I've broken what we had. Oh, I wish that you would come around. No.
Now, Norm, you've had Saturday Night Live has a really long. I used to work there. It's a long summer break, you guys.
Yeah, it's like school. You get a whole summer off.
It's pretty sweet. Have you been performing at all this summer?
Yeah, I did. I've been doing stand-up, you know, at clubs and stuff.
Sure.
And, oh, man, I didn't realize how much, I forgot how much I stunk at it. Like, I'm not good, and everyone hates me. I went to this gig right in town. You ever hear of the Bowery?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know that place, right?
Sure, yeah. I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's Skid Row. Mm-hmm. And so there's all these homeless bums on the street and everything like that.
Yeah.
And you have to go through it. So I went to this club, and I bombed. They hated my guts, so I was all mad. You know, I get mad when I don't do good. And then, so I went out of the thing, you know, I walked out.
You walk like that, really? Yes. You've got that problem, I remember.
So I walk out of the club. So I get out,
And this homeless guy, you know, this bum, he starts walking beside me, he's bugging me, you know, hey.
You're not supposed to call them bums anymore, no.
Yeah,
But anyway.
Hobo, you know?
A tramp.
A tramp.
A tramp,
Yeah.
okay, riding the rails.
Yeah,
all right.
just a layabout. And he's like coming up to me, and he's like bugging me. I want money. They always want money, you know?
Yeah.
They never have money, you know? So,
That's the problem with them hobos, yeah.
So they're like, hey, give me some money, give me some money. And, you know, sometimes they'll walk with you. So I said, look, man, I said, I'm going to give you some money if you just go away. I'm mad at him, you know? I was mad. I go, here, and I pull in my pocket, and I just give him a bunch of money, like change, you know?
Yeah.
Give it to him. I go, go on, get out of here, you dirty bum, you know? So he goes away. So then I go to get the subway, you know? And I look at my pocket. I've given the guy, I don't have my token, my subway token.
Oh, you gave it away
Yeah.
accidentally.
And I don't have a wallet or anything, so I was thinking I was going to try to jump the thing, but I thought then, you know, you get in trouble for that. So I said, I got to find that bum, that homeless bum, you know? So I have to go back, and I'm walking back the street, and there's all homeless bums. They're all lying there on the street.
Yeah.
And I don't know which one is which. I can't remember. So I'm like lifting up guys' hats and stuff, you know, and looking under newspapers. So finally I find this character. I go, hey, you. I go, give me some of that money back, you know? And he's like, no, go away. He's turned mean, you know, because I was mean to him earlier. He goes, go on, get out.
This is like
you know?
a biblical tale, yeah, okay. The New Testament, all right, go ahead.
I felt sorry for him. He had no place. And so I go, okay, forget about it. And I go to turn around. Then I grab his cup, like, real quick, and I start running.
I like how your running is like walking, just turned up like 10 degrees, okay.
So it was great. I got and then I felt bad, though, because when I looked through, I had like about $1 more than I gave him, you know? Oh, that's not right.
That's not right at all.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Well, sometimes they say if you give, you'll receive more in return.
That's the sweetest story I've ever heard. I'm all choked up now. Now I heard also you've been you did a
He
little
was
cross.
probably just down on his luck.
Yeah, that's what happens. Why'd you feel you had to throw that in?
I don't know, you know. I read books on the Great Depression, and they seem cool. But I would like to, it would be fun to go, I don't even like my wife anyway, and I don't got no money. I'll just get a stick and a pouch and head out.
No one does that anymore. No one ties a rag to a stick anymore. And what are you going to do?
You're going to find a partner is what you're going to do pretty quick if you value your life.
Really?
Yeah.
Gonna get...
You see, people, it's all going to be different once the Great Depression, because my dad used to tell me about the Great Depression. Like, if I had money to invest in right now, you know what I would invest in?
What's
Guys jumping off the top of buildings. You think that's not going to happen, but soon that's going to be very big. And then those guys won't be powerful anymore because most of them will be dead and the rest severely crippled. And so the powerful guys will be the old hobos.
The hobos from olden times?
From the original Depression.
Oh, okay. Those guys are still around?
Some of them never gave up the life.
Okay.
And they use that stick for more than carrying a pouch on, I'll tell you that.
I don't even know what that means.
What that means is they'll drive your head, they'll, like an overripe cantaloupe it looks like.
What?
Until
What the hell is that?
they'll club you to death for a sandwich.
Oh, my God. Well, thanks for spelling it out for me.
All right.
So you're afraid of these hobos?
Well, of course I am.
You really think these old hobos from the Depression, you think there's any one of them left?
Yeah, there's Kitchener Leslie.
What?
He's an old hobo that's waiting and wait for his time. You'll know all about it. You just wait. Hey.
You will literally say anything.